other side, back with another reaction, y'all, from the Fat Man's Podcast. I got no reaction for y'all. But before we get in this reaction, y'all, please hit that like button and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 600 subscribers by the end of this month, so please do that for me. Share with your family, friends, whoever you see. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media there is. Go ahead and share it. Just tell them to subscribe to the Fat Man's Podcast. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So we'll see if we can do it, y'all. But yeah, I got another SJWS on compilation #1. So that means, and then the videos from SJW Central, and SJWS means social justice warriors. So we're gonna see some social justice warriors get owned. It looks like Ben Shapiro about to own her on one. So let's get in here, y'all. Let's go back. All right, y'all, I'm gonna mute y'all. So every 4 minutes. So I do every 4 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna do every 4 minutes. Every 4 minutes, y'all.
How can you argue that racism is not a driving factor in income inequality?
Because it has nothing to do with race and everything to do with culture. And when you have a culture that doesn't, and when, you know what? Explain to me. You explain to me why black kids aren't graduating high school. Explain that one to me. Explain to me why black kids are shooting each other in rates significantly higher than whites are shooting each other. Explain to me why 13% of the population is responsible for 50% of the murder. Explain to me why the number of black kids in prison, not for innocent reasons, not for walking down the street and getting pulled into a prison, is so high. Explain, if it has nothing to do with culture, explain to me why the single motherhood rate in the black community jumped from 20% to 70% in the same course of time that the civil rights movement has made such tremendous strides. Is America more racist now than it was in 1960? And if it is, please explain to me how that happened.
Anybody can jump in. It's an open mic there.
Damn.
Rich us in the media.
Michelle, what do you people want?
What do I want?
Michelle,
When you say you people, what do you mean?
the complaining black people blaming others for the failure of their parents and their lives,
What complaint
blaming
have we made?
others for whatever it is you complain about. What is it exactly do you want from white people?
First of all, I'm just going to take a breath. And
I'm trying to find out
I
what you
want-
want.
what's your nationality?
American.
Are you white?
I'm black American.
Oh, okay.
What do you want?
You Caucasian.
Oh, you do? And
But-
why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Because you seem to separate yourself from us, should I say?
In
Put
what
us on
way?
the other
In
side
what
of the
way?
fence. In the ways that you specified thus far.
Meaning what? Tell me, give me an example and tell me what you mean.
How you mean? How do? What do you people want from white people? Meaning that I'm not with you.
Oh, okay, I
It's
got you.
just y'all by yourself, right?
Let me explain why I do that. What you don't know is that there are two realities in life. One is that of good and one is that of evil. And now that I've been able to overcome evil, I don't identify with angry, evil black people. I identify with other blacks and others who are on the side of good. And so that's why I say you people, because I have to divide myself or separate myself from evil and go along with good. So that's why I do that.
What is it that makes us evil?
I'm sorry, your anger, your blaming others for your problems, your lack of love and respect for yourself and others.
Okay.
Damn.
Unbelievable, astonishing sexism. We have to teach young boys not to be boys so they won't be violent.
Why is being violent being
Get out. Get out.
Why?
I'm sorry. Like gender, we teach boys and girls that they're the same, and that's a problem. They are different. When we do experiments on young babies and even on related animals, we know that certain children go for certain toys. Boys and girls are different. To give you some context for all of this. You have to understand a little bit about the history of feminism. There have been two main strands.
And here is our local expert.
Of course, because of course men aren't allowed to speak about anything that isn't to do with men, except no one's really interested in.
We talk about separate but equal, but you know, having even mentioned.
So on these three, Jesse Lee Peterson did own her. He separated himself from good and evil, and you know I understand he don't associate with the people that want all this stuff and do all these protesting. I understand it's a bad rap. I understand that. This last one, what the hell was this lady talking about? That's that feminist mindset. You gotta be out your goddamn mind, ma'am. Go to hell. You know what I mean? Just go to hell. Like, you make no type of sense. I don't know why. I don't even know why she's in that conversation. It got to be debunked, and this man can't talk about what's different between women and men now. That's crazy to me. What was the first one? Yeah, what was the first one? Oh, Ben Shapiro. He had a point. That's why they didn't want to talk. They supposed to be our leaders and everything, but they didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to get the facts wrong. They didn't want to correct him on something, but he was speaking straight facts, so they couldn't dispute him. But hey, y'all, let's get back up in this video. On the 8-minute mark, and we'll hit it again.
In the Floyd Mayweather fight, they're walking away with hundreds of millions of dollars at stake. You being at the height of your sport, maybe make what, $1 million at most per fight. Does that anger you, and what can we do to change that?
I don't like to talk about exactly how much money I make, but I'm extremely comfortable and happy.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. So
and if I got to a point where I had almost 50 fights, I would probably be making close to the same amount of money that Floyd does.
Damn.
And I'm a feminist because I believe in equality for men and for women and men and for all genders.
So women and men.
No, all genders.
No, so women and men.
There's women.
There are two genders biologically. I'm sorry.
There isn't. There's you're not now you're totally excluding transgender, non-binary, gender fluid people, and these.
I mean, you can live in your unicorn world.
I'm going to assume that you're a cisgender straight woman because you obviously
that's really true.
and that you probably haven't ever been raped. Either.
I actually identify as an attack helicopter, so it's really offensive.
You sound like you're speaking from a very privileged point of view here.
Very privileged.
Yes.
I would like you to use my pronouns if you could. They're I, me, and my.
So now you're mocking the LGBTQ community now.
I have lots of LGBTQ friends, and they don't get professionally offended at everything.
Just because you have LGBTQ friends doesn't mean that you're not homophobic or biphobic or transphobic. That's like me saying, oh, I have black friends, so I'm not racist.
My LGBTQ friends are usually male and female and not some unicorn gender that's been made up.
That's so hateful. You're just like erasing, construct.
Gender is a social construct, right? And I don't have boobs. That's just a social construct. Oh, and penises don't exist, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's male and there's female. There are two biological genders. Science exists. I'm sorry to tell you all that science exists, but it does. There is biology, there is science. I mean, you can live in your magical, made-up world with trigger warnings.
Friends, hear you talking right now because
they'll come out of the woodworks and defend me, guaranteed. Because I've got lots of friends.
That's great. And you know what? I'm finding a lot of what you're saying extremely offensive.
That's great.
And I'm sure that I know a lot of people.
And I mean, science probably totally disagrees with you.
How do we not validate those people's experiences, like transgender people? That's so important to their lives and their identity and their happiness and their well-being and their health. How can you deny the existence of these people's identities and their need to have that well-being?
They can do whatever they want. That doesn't mean science or myself have to agree with you believing you are a gender, you believing you're a demigirl or some non-existent gender that's been made up.
It's non-existent. It's incredibly important to them.
You know what else is important? Science, facts, and biology. Those are also very important to the advancement of the human race, to treating people's diseases, to reproduction.
The vast majority of people who are stopped and frisked are black and Hispanic. That's because the vast majority of people in New York City who actually commit gun crimes are black and Hispanic. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that. Statistical regressions do we have to run? That's not true. Look, yes, that was 96% of all gun assailants in June, January to June 2008. 95% of all gun assailants in the city of New York are black or Hispanic.
Guys, again, how many regressions do we have to run? Black and Latino folks are overrepresented in being pulled over, in being tried, and being sentenced, and being incarcerated again and again and again and again.
All right, y'all, this is the 8-minute mark. Damn. That lady with the news thing owned that them girls, man. Ronda Rousey owned her. She said she felt comfortable. I always trying to push an agenda, the feminist agenda, pay gap agenda, all that kind of stuff. And Ronda Rousey said, "Shoot, if I had 50 fights, I'd make as much as Floyd Mayweather, or a little bit more, or a little bit less. It don't even matter. Millions of dollars are millions of dollars. What are you complaining about? What are you complaining about? Just like the top 1% of people. What are you complaining about?" But yeah, them ladies, the news lady, whatever fuck she was speaking straight fox, and all they got in their feelings. Just like when she said at the end, science, facts, and all that matter too. Not about they could do what the fuck they want to do. But we all know, scientifically, spiritually, religionally, I don't know, in the entire world, no, there's only two sexes, well, I guess they saying the definition of gender. So 2 sexes, which is male and female. You could say there's transgender, stuff like that. Okay. What were they before? And aren't you trying to turn into a woman or trying to turn into a man? So that means there's two sexes then. Make that make sense. But all right, y'all, let's get back up in here, y'all. We only got 2 more minutes. We got Ben Shapiro. I don't know who the hell these 2 guys are. I guess they're about gun laws. I don't really know personally a lot about gun laws, but yeah, let's get up in here.
You don't believe it.
You know why? The reason I don't believe that is because let's take speeding. Let's agree on facts. Let's how we have democracy when we can't. Right, because you don't care about them, and I do. So it is not anybody's fault that 50% of the murders in this country are committed by young black men. It's not the fault of the people who are putting them in prison that those people happen to be black. It's not the fault of the New Jersey Turnpike Police that they're pulling over 23% black men when they did a statistical analysis and found that 25% of the people speeding were black. Okay, again, since 1994, in the 75 largest cities in America, when they analyzed whether there's overrepresentation in crimes that were reported, not just crimes that were charged, crimes that were reported versus the prison population, they found that blacks and Hispanics were statistically underrepresented. The biggest problem for blacks and Hispanics living in the inner city is that there aren't enough police officers there to actually take care of them and police the crime and make their city safe for investment and education.
You look at the at least statistics and you say, oh look, there's a study. Hey, there's a massive overrepresentation. Let's just look at drug crimes, which are the largest proportion. So you don't want to talk about gun crime, but drug crimes. The predominant reason why people are incarcerated in this country is mostly because of nonviolent drug offenses. And study after study after study, Black and Latino folks far overrepresented in terms of arrests, in terms of charging, in terms of sentences, get harsher sentences when they're sentenced.
That's not true. That when it comes to college admissions, for example, there are more women than men going to college.
That's correct.
When it comes to graduate schools, there are more women than men going to graduate schools. Yes. Okay, when it comes to jail, which you just cited, the vast, well over 90% of the people in jail are men. Is that because the system is sexist against men? Arguing that the jailing system is now sexist against men because there are more men than women in prison? That's really your argument?
No, it does happen to also be the case that more men commit crimes.
More men commit crimes.
Damn. She just really disputed all her facts, all her talking points. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Alright, y'all, that's the end of the video. Y'all tell me what y'all think about in the comments, y'all. I don't know. Ben feel like he speaking facts. I think you should put some more police in our cities. I talked to some people yesterday at work, right? They believe we should defund the police. I really didn't say anything, but I said, why should they? Who's going to police our community? They said, oh, that will never happen. I said, oh, okay. I didn't even say anything else. I just said, oh, okay. Huh. I said, so I was just thinking like, oh, this is why I said, so do you want us to, you want the race of whoever, run our own community, police our own community? They said, well, that would never happen, so I don't know. So I just said, forget it. I don't like argue with them kind of people sometimes. I said one of my coworkers, right? He supported BLM, half of it. I said, oh, okay. I said, I can't associate with you. But I was just making jokes. But yeah, y'all, please hit that like button, subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 600 subscribers by the end of this month. Please do. Please share with your family, friends, whoever you see. Put it on social media. Share it with everybody on Instagram, whoever. I don't care. Whatever social media you have. Shoot, damn near Pinterest if you can see it. Just tell them to subscribe to the Fat Man's Podcast, y'all. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. So not end of this month. 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So we'll see if we can do it. We'll see if we can do it before Christmas. But yeah, y'all. Osiris is out from the Fat Man's Podcast. Put your comments. Put your thinking or whatever up in the comments so I can read it. I promise you I will read it, but I don't know if I'll respond to it. But yeah, y'all, Osiris is out from the Fat Man's Podcast. I'll see you guys on the next one, y'all. Peace out.